So we were sitting on the couch enjoying our morning coffee, talking, and I noticed we have a unwelcome visitor in the apartment. Let me show him to you. He looks very gnarly. He has some huge
Ew, don't be so close.
pinchers on him. Oh my gosh. We're reaching out to the guy who rented us the Airbnb to see if it's poisonous or not and how we can get rid of it. So we'll see. Wish us luck.
I don't know if it shows up all the way down here. You can see the little speck by the fan. And that is the very big spider. It's got to be about the size of my hand, all in all, including legs.
Goodbye, cows.
Time to go. Looks like we have to go back out the way we came, so it's going to be a longer drive than initially expected.
Yeah, we pretty much have to drive all the way back up to Guatemala City, and we're gonna try to go on the highway that runs south of the city and not end up right in the middle again. So
Yeah, but you saw how good that went last time, so we'll see. We got some directions from the lady that lives here. We were asking her about a different road that we saw on Google Maps that we thought we could take, which would have been a shortcut. But it is apparently not a road. She was like, oh no, no, you can't do that. So it must have been a farm road or a riverbed, who knows. But anyways, we'll see what happens. These trees are pretty interesting. I don't think we've seen them before. From further away, it almost looks like shrubbery.
they almost look like cactuses coming off the side there.
Yeah.
Little sprouts, and some of them have needles. Got some lava off there in the distance. You can see where the black has covered up the green fields. So it must have been somewhat recent. There's a bunch of it. Just went through a pretty good section of road construction. So they scraped up the asphalt like normal, but maybe they were just filling in potholes or whatever. But normally you have those road machines that automatically lay down the asphalt. But here it was like 5 or 6 guys with wheelbarrows full of asphalt running with shovels to fill everything in, which I couldn't tell for sure what they were doing. It looked to me like they were laying a base, so definitely more laborious than in the States.
We have been driving around Lake Amatitlan, I think is how you say it. Not to be confused with Lake Atitlan. But it's been very pretty, even with it being a little bit of a gloomy morning. The views have been very nice. Looks like it would be a nice spot to live. We're just a little bit south of Guatemala City right now, and we are making our way slowly to the coast. So we are hoping we're gonna make it there with not too many issues. The GPS says we've got about 2 hours, but you just never know. So we'll see. We've got to do a couple errands. We need to get some water. We need to fill up with propane. And we're checking on the kitties because last night we're thinking one of the cats, probably Tyga, ate some string from one of her cat toys, which it was pretty long. It was maybe 12-ish inches long. So we were really freaked out when we couldn't find it. And she does have a history of eating cat toys. And of course, the one time we left it out for a minute after playing with her, it's gone. So we couldn't find it. We searched the camper, which obviously could be lost in there. Things get lost in there all the time, even though it's such a small space. But since we couldn't find it, we're assuming one of the cats ate it, and it's much more like Tyga to do that. So anyways, we called an emergency animal line last night just to see what we should do, since being at that finca, we were really out in the middle of nowhere. And on top of that, we try not to drive at night just because it's not as safe, and there's more drunk drivers, there can be cows, and who knows what else on the road. But when we called the line, they said, well, just watch her. If she doesn't have any, vomiting, diarrhea, trouble breathing, problems like that, then hopefully she's going to pass it in, 10 to 24 hours. So we're still watching her. She's still eating and drinking. She's pottied. Really, both cats have. So that's all good signs, but we're keeping an eye on them. Definitely a bit of a stressful night, and I'm just worried about them, We found an agua purificada. It's just a busy one. Very little parking. But nice, good water. Pretty cheap. Just gotta stand on the side of the road. And it won't be a quick fill. This is not a hose, so. Slow go, we'll get there though. Never a dull moment. Got our water, and now we're getting some tacos. Dave is almost finished.
Very tasty. Haven't had street tacos in a while, really.
Left of our drive, and it's sunny, and we're right along the coast, so that's good. After we ate our tacos and filled up with our water, we headed to the next town and filled up with propane. Checked on the kitties again, they're still doing good, so that's all good news. And now we're headed to our humble abode, which is actually not a campground, it's actually an Airbnb. So hopefully everything works out with our planned Airbnb. But we're gonna do that for a couple of days. Fingers crossed, at least. And should give the cats a little time to acclimate. Hopefully they're feeling better and still doing all right. Feeling better meaning not having issues. They're still not having issues, but we'll see. So anyways, we have been passing a ton of banana trees.
Check out all the banana bags.
And all of them have these little blue and white bags over the bananas. We haven't seen that before. Everywhere else where we passed banana trees, it's always just been the bananas hanging out open air. So I don't know if maybe the bugs are worse here or if there's another reason. We'll have to figure it out. But it's feeling very tropical. We're excited. We've already seen lots of little fruit stands. So we're holding out. I'm thinking there's going to be more in this town we're going to be staying in. So hopefully I'm not wrong about that. That reminds me of Baja.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Making the cow nervous.
I think he said uh-oh too.
I think some of these trees over here have meme sapotes, which are brown looking produce. I'm not actually sure. I think it's a fruit. The inside, it looks a little bit like a sweet potato, except it's got a big seed. Good morning. So we're in our Airbnb this morning, and we haven't even had time to show you around because we were really tired yesterday and it took a long time to get unloaded from the camper with everything we need. But we were drinking our coffee this morning. I noticed an unwelcome visitor that is lurking above. Let's go check it out. We've got a loft, which is super cute. More on that later. But if you look right up here, by the air conditioner, whew, There's a big spider. Oh my gosh. That thing is nuts. I really think it's pretty close to the size of my hand. Whew. I don't know where he came out of. It almost looks like he's got some fangs or pinchers or something. Oh gosh. I don't know if it shows up all the way down here. You can see the little speck by the fan. And that is the very big spider. We heard back from Cesar, who's our Airbnb host, and he let us know that it is a harmless spider. I wouldn't have known that. So now we're asking him how he suggests getting rid of it. Stay tuned. If you liked this video, let us know by liking and subscribing. And don't forget, you can see more of the journey on Instagram and TikTok. Cheers, friends!